Yeah, the commercial property landscape has so many different nuances to the residential landscape. First of all, people have a real passion for residential property, so they tend to spend more time, reading up on it. And the access to information and research is readily available. There's so many apps and websites and forums, whereas commercial property is almost in the shadows a little bit. The platforms are not as easy to use, the data's not as easy to find, and to build a base knowledge on commercial property is a lot more difficult. There's less transactions, which means there's less sales data to draw on. And in commercial properties, it's very rare that you find direct comparables. A lot of buildings are slightly different, or the positioning is different, and there's also different valuation metrics, the rent. So I think the complexities of commercial property tends to be quite overwhelming, purely due to a lack of experience and exposure to it. Buyers tend to struggle to navigate that landscape. For example, the agents in a lot of cases are quite centralised, so they're not localised. So you might have all the commercial agents in the CBDs, and then they tend to look after listings all over that capital city. So it's hard to network with the agents to understand who's going to have that ideal listing in the right catchment area. I think there's a lot of things that are very different. The commercial process is highly complex. It's also one of those things where you're generally buying it to run a business or to source a tenant. So understanding things like town planning, permitted use, access, car parking requirements can be very, very difficult. They can be questions sometimes where you need an architect, a town planner, a builder, and you may need some type of business consultant all communicating together along with your property advisor. So it tends to be more of a project buying commercial property. Yeah, due to the complexities around commercial property, it's just really smart move to reach out to someone like us, an independent property advisor, to have a conversation about the situation, objectives, or even if you've got a subject site, because getting a second set of eyes and an experienced set of eyes across it can really open up the risks and rewards of that decision.